Okay, thank you so much for the opportunity. Thank you so much to the College of International Tourism and also Hospitality Management, LPU Laguna, Philippines. Thank you so much for inviting me as one of the plenary speakers. So in this opportunity, I would like to share about the importance of the research in community and also society. So my name is Santi Rahmawati, and I am founder and also the director of the Global Network and Operation at Research Synergy Foundations. Okay, if we talk about the research and we talk about that importance in terms of the community and also the society, we are speaking of two keywords. Why? Because it relates. It relates with the community and also society itself. First, we have to know about the research. Yeah. First, we have to know and why we do the research. Yeah. Sometimes there are actually so many reasons. Yeah. There are so many reasons why we do the research. The one that I share in the slide is only some of them, yeah. So sometimes we do the research because we want to uncovering the trends, or we want to investigate the issues and also the phenomena, or even sometimes we want to generate the knowledge, yeah. We want to generate the knowledge, or even we want to solve the problems, or even identifying the best practices that we want to know, we want to achieve, yeah. And of course, and doing the research also, sometimes we are wants to know how to gather and analyzing the data, yeah, because the gather and analyzing the data can be the challenge and can also trigger the curiosity of the researcher itself, right? And after that, we talk about the research, and we also should aware about the impact. We should not neglect the impact once we do the research in the first place. Why? Because the impact it will show, yeah, it will show the correlations, how important your research for the community and also society, and how is we can say like is your research can bring a real impact, can bring a real benefits to the society or not, because the impact, it could be also coming in various form or in various terms, yeah. If you talk about the impact here, it could be also fostering dialogue, because why? Because your research um, must be involving, yeah, involving a different stakeholders, yeah, involving different stakeholders, different perspective. So that's why it can be fostering more dialogue ahead. And also it can be informing decision making based on your insight, based on your finding, or even your recommendations. It can also give the stakeholders an insight how they can decide something, if the case, if the case is related, yeah, with your research context. And also it can also providing and disseminating the insight, yeah, because it's about how we communicating our findings, how we communicating our insights, so it can bring up impact to the community and also society, and how it can empowering the communities itself, how it can promoting the inclusive development, and how it can develop strategies that needed. So if you think about the impact, so you must think about those terms, yeah, all those keywords. And actually there are more, there are more things that we can speak on the impact and how it relates with the research. Yeah, I believe you can also explore more, yeah. And if we talk about the research, if we talk about the impact, the community, the society, yeah, sometimes we think why we have to do the research, right? And I know that is some of you perhaps think why we should publish our research, right? So whatever your questions regarding the research, yeah, perhaps some of you also facing this, or perhaps asking these questions, yeah, in your mind before, yeah. And do we have to do the research by ourselves, or do we have the access to the proper publication informations? And do we need research collaborations, or even do we need to publish our research? Because if you talk about the research, there are a lot of things that you should do. But but if we talk about the simple research, the daily research, the daily research, actually research is not only talk about the complicated things. For example, research is always attached to our daily life. For example, if you want to have a lunch or perhaps a dinner, we think right, okay, what we are going to have for the menu, what we are going to have for the appetizer, for the main course, for the dessert, and so on and so on. So by having that kind of a thinking process, actually we are already do the research itself, but it's only in ourself, in ourself. But if you talk about the academic research, of course we have to know the step by step in doing those research, because the academic research is not like the ordinary research that I said before. It really needs a clear step by step. It really needs a skill of the writing, and it cannot be, and it should be enhanced time by time. Although you're already good at doing research, you're already good at writing a paper, but you always have to enhance your skills. And in order to do a lot of things in the academic research, all you have to do is actually a support. A support or a platforms. A support can be coming from your mentor, can be coming from your supervisor, your instructor, your promoter, and so on, or even your campus itself. So it will be great. But sometimes you will have also additional platforms. Why? Because you can enhance more. You can learn more, you can interact more, not only with the people surround you, but also with all of the scholar, or with all of the people who have the interest in terms of the research. So that's why it's called the global research platforms, that certainly will support you and also will connect you to the research society and also research communities. And let us continue. So the Research Synergy Foundation community platform. So this community platforms is under the Research Synergy Foundations. So the Research Synergy Foundation, I hope that all of you already know about the Research Synergy Foundations. So the Research Synergy Foundation is a digital social enterprise platforms that focus on developing a global research ecosystem, towards the outstanding global scholars in order to realize the knowledge accelerations and also empowering the people. Those two keywords are the main value of the Research Synergy Foundations. In these community platforms, in the global research ecosystem.com, you can sign up. It's free. It's free. So feel free to join, and also feel free also to see what are the activities coming up that it can be used to enhance your skills, in terms of the research, in terms of the publication itself. And to be a member of the Global Research Ecosystem community platforms, or the Global Research Ecosystem platforms, is free. So feel free to sign up. And currently there are more than 1,500 members around the globe. So you can also connect with others. And actually what you can do in this platform, and what is the relation with the importance of the research in the community and society, right? So actually what can you do on the platforms is at least 4 points. This one, but actually you can do more. It really depends on you. How you will use these platforms. First is you can connect with scholars across the globe, not only from 1 or 2 countries or 3 countries, even more than that. So feel free to explore. And also you can exchange the idea and thoughts on research enhancement activities. So this one is really crucial if you want to leverage more your impact. And the second thing is you can share. Please share your research expertise with the broader research society, because you will everyone, yeah, or anyone will know your research if you share it, your research, right? They don't know your research expertise if you do not share it with them, if you do not publish your research, right? So you have to share. It could be shared in the community platform. You can share through your publications, yeah, and so on. There are, and also you can share also in the international conference or in the research colloquium that you will have right away. And the next thing is the collaborate. So the collaborations or the collaborate on impactful programs. You can also make a program together, yeah, not only waiting for the updates from the RSF, what program they are doing right now, and so on. But you can also trigger initiative to make a collaborative program itself. And also, you can also involve in a various scientific programs like a paper writing collaborations, discussion, and also sharing session, and so on. And it could be more flexible. So it really depends on how you can use these platforms to collaborate with each other. And last is to contribute, because building and also strengthening your reputation and network is needed if you want to contribute more to the academic, society, and also humanities. So that's why these platforms is intended for all of the members to get active, yeah, to get active, to contribute more, yeah, and so on. So hopefully that you can get all these benefits in the platforms. And this is just the example of our program, yeah, of our program, and how this research can bring more impact to the society and also communities. And this one is the example of our published book chapter, yeah, in Routledge, yeah, and it's already published and it indexed in Scopus. And this book chapter is our collaborations with the Halal Science Center Chulalongkorn, University, Thailand. So we are coming with a certain topic which is in line with the book chapters, and then also we do collaborations, yeah, our perspective and also their perspective into one chapter. And you can also access it, and you can also see in the internet, yeah. And the next thing is about our last March activities in Manila, Philippines. We came to Manila, Philippines, and in this opportunity also, we would like also to emphasize that RSF is really care about our university partner, our member, and how we can enhance more their capacity in terms of the research, in terms of the publication itself. And thank you so much also that LPU Laguna also already attend in this RSF International Service Program. So we had a really good time seeing finally meet in person in last March in Manila. So hopefully that we get a chance again to meet in person, yeah, with all of you. So this International Service Program is actually our annual program, yeah, our RSF program, annual RSF programs is about how we can give back to the society, about what we already done, all of the program that we already done, and how it can bring more and more impact to our society and also our communities. And this is our current activity, which is happening right now in our global research ecosystem community platforms. It's about a discussion in the education area. So we will make it frequently. So please stay tuned. If you missed this program, please stay tuned for the next program that we will announce in the global research ecosystem community platforms. And this from this program also, there will be a definite output, which is really flexible. It really depends on the agreement or the collaborative agreement between the discussion leader and also the members, which is already selected by the leader itself. So this is about how we can make make the research, yeah, not only stop in ourselves or not stop only in the task or in the exam or in the library, but we also disseminate it with a global sorry, with a global society. Yeah, because everyone deserves to know your research. I believe that all of you already done a good research, already done collecting data, analyzing the data, and so on and so on. So this is the time for you to show it to the community, to the society, that your research has the good, we can say like a good spot, yeah, to be read by the global society. And this is the example of how RSF involving communities, involving societies, yeah, involving societies in every of our program. And one of the prominent program that we always have every month we always have the international conference. So feel free to check on our schedule on our upcoming conference in the researchenergy.org. Because in the conference we involve many parties, yeah, many stakeholders, from the presenters, from the keynote speaker, the session chair, the reviewer, the attendees, and it's coming from various countries around the globe. So this is also a good time for you to make connections, to networking, and so on. So please stay tuned and also see the upcoming conference schedule in the researchsynergy.org. Because yeah, not only this, but also we connecting between the government, between the industry, between the association itself, and so on. Okay, so this is the example. And if we talk about the research and we talk about the community and society, we should not also neglect about the sustainability. Why? Because actually, if we do the research and if we publish it, that's also one of the way we sustain our research. We sustain our research. Why? Because of what? Because the research is our legacy to the world, to the society, to the community. If your research is already published, yeah, for example, it already attach, yeah, or embed with your Google Scholar ID, with your Scopus ID, with your ORCID ID, and so on. So that could be the legacy. And there will be also citation, yeah, citation to show your research impact. And in order to have that, in order to achieve that sustainability of the research, yeah, it is essential to have a collaborations. It's essential to have a collaborations. Why? Because when we want to face the multifaceted challenge, yeah, of the sustainability, we have to do collaboration. We have to earn more perspective, yeah. We have to do more interdisciplinary approach, okay? And if we talk about the research sustainability, once we are planning our research, yeah, we are not stopped until the planning, yeah, and we should not wait until our plan is perfect. What we have to do after we have the plan is we should elaborate. We should elaborate and we should collaborate with the others to make it more, to enrich the perspective, yeah, to enrich the insight, the analysis, and so on, the discussions. Okay, and also by that we will have a good impact of our research, and hopefully that those impact can give the real impact to our communities and our society, which is related with our research contents. In order to do that, yeah, you have to disseminate, because if you don't disseminate your research, the community will not know that your research is about what, and what is your insight, what is your recommendations, and what is your finding. They don't know because you do not disseminate that. So please disseminate your research through the international conference, to the research colloquium like you do today, and also through the publication, of course, to the publications. And if you publish it in the international journal, of course, your research will gain more globally attention, or from the global readers also, right? So disseminate your research is important if you want to make an impact to the community and also society. So let us embrace for the power of the research as the catalyst for the sustainable development, whether as the researchers, the practitioner, or even as a students, yeah, as a student also can, or advocates also. So because of what? Because each of us has a role to play in shaping a more sustainable future for our communities and also societies. Thank you so much for your kindly attentions. So I hope that it can bring a benefits to you, and feel free to connect with me or to connect with the Research Synergy Foundation. Thank you so much, and all the best for the upcoming event. All the best for the research colloquium and also the research conference presentations. Thank you so much. Maraming salamat po.